Good morning, Northwestern. I am here with you right now, and we're going to talk about your math lesson for today. When I think about teaching you each time, I always think about, well, why are we learning this? What do you want us to learn today? What exactly is our target? And when I think about, scary, huh? When I think about a target, I think of hitting a target. This is what I want to hit today. This is our target. So we want to aim and hit. So what we want to start doing today is decomposing fractions as a sum of unit fractions. So if I think about this and I've got these Unifix cubes, this is one whole. But when I decompose it, if you think about, well, what's decompose mean? If you have old moldy fruit in your fridge or things like that, that it starts decomposing, or if I take these Unifix cubes and I start decomposing them, that means we're doing what? This is a whole piece, but these are parts. So you're taking them apart. You're decomposing. So if I look at these cubes again, and I'm decomposing, as one whole, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Unifix cubes. So this Unifix cube, this is the whole. I've got 10 or 1 unit. Well, if I break off one, this is part of the whole. This Unifix cube is 1/10 because there are 9 left. So I could also say I could break off, decompose 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And then I have them by each other, and I've got 4/10, because remember there was 10 altogether, and 6/10. But could I also say that 1/10 plus another 10th plus another 10th plus another 10th, could each one of these 1/10ths represent part of this whole? What do you think? They can. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 7/10, 8/10. So on and so forth. I think I might have just skipped a number, but that's what decomposing means. So for example, over here on the board, I still lost our marker. One moment. Okay, over here on the board, again, same as the Unifix cubes. If I think of one whole rectangle, this represents one whole. If I separate it, now how many pieces do I have of the whole? Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this rectangle represents 5/5. Again, back to these. If I have these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are 5/5, one whole. Anytime your numerator and denominator are the same, that represents one whole. Now, if I start breaking it apart, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for example, up here with fractions, we've got 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, and 1/5. I could take each of those and write one long number sentence that means 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, which would be 4/5 plus another 5th, 1/5 equals 5/5. Well, you might look at these and say, but wait a minute, Miss Stillwell, what if I wanted to take this part right here How many fifths is that? If I look here and I just have these, how many fifths is this? Well, it's 2. 1, 2. So I have 2 fifths plus how many would give you 5 fifths? If I box off these 2 fifths, how many are going to give you 5 fifths? Think about it. How many are left? 1, 2, 3. So what's going to go into your box? 3 fifths. So if I look at your problem set for today, one moment, drop the cap. If I look at your problem set for today that you're going to be doing independently, give Miss Stillwell just one moment. And it's uploaded and it looks something like this, and you're going to be doing it in your math notebooks. This would be after the pre-assessment, so you could do it on the back. If I look at this and I look at letter B, and letter B tells me, says draw and shade a tape diagram, which is just a rectangle. Draw and shade a tape diagram of the given fractions. Record the decomposition as a sum of unit fractions. So what it wants you to do is problem B on your problem set is 9/10. So what you would do is you would write your tape diagram. One moment, I need to get a better eraser. You're always going to start with that tape diagram that is one whole. So we're going to draw what looks like a piece of tape or a strip of paper, and this is one whole. Well, on your homework, if it's asking you to draw 9/10, you're going to divide the one whole into 10 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I need one more, 10. Not quite perfect, but this would be 10/10 that I draw. And then you're going to shade in 9 of the 10 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9/10. Now you're going to start and decompose it. That means take apart. So if we're taking it apart, I look at this and I say, well, here's 1/10. This right here is 1/10. Well, how many do I have left that are going to give me 9/10? Now be careful. One of these is left unshaded, so we're not going to mess with that. But if I have 1/10, how many more are going to equal 9/10? Well, what plus 1 is going to give you 9 as your denominator? I'm sorry, your numerator. Your numerator. Numerator, denominator. Numerator, denominator. We'll do that in a little bit. Notre Dame, even though we're Northwestern. Up, numerator, down, denominator. So what will I add plus 1 to get 9? That's right, 8. So 1 plus 8/10. Here you have decomposed the fraction. Well, what if I put 3/10? How could I decompose it to equal 9/10? What if I did 3/10 and then I did 1/10? Well, 3 plus 1 is 4. And then how many more would I need to add? What plus 4 equals 9? That's right, 5/10. So here I did 3 fractions. So you can break them apart however you want. I believe on part C, it has something that looks kind of like this, where if you would have on your paper it says 3/2, but I'm going to do something similar, and we're going to do 5/4. Well, how would I decompose 5/4? First thing I'd want to do is draw one tape. Your denominator is going to tell you how many pieces to break that into. So 1, 2, 3, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. Well, I fill in 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, but I need 5/4. So how am I gonna get that 5/4? Draw another tape, and how many will I divide this into? 4 sections. 1, 2, 3. Fill 1 in. Why 1 and not the whole thing, Miss Stillwell? Well, if you did the full thing, you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8/4. But we only want 5/4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/4. If I decompose that, again, I would have 1/4, like that's on my bottom. And then I would add 1, 2, 3, 4/4. 1/4 plus 4/4 gives you 5/4. Again, if you want to break it apart again, you might do 1, 2, 3/4. 1, 2, 3, and then how many are left? 1, 2. So 2/4 equals 5/4. So your job, Northwestern scholars, is to complete this problem set, which has, well, we did that one together. That one's 3/2. I just did 5/4 in an example. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 problems to do on your own. So really it's 5 problems on your own because I did this one with you. As you know, if you need assistance, reach out. I will be meeting individually with scholars today with reading assessments, but I do have some breaks where I might be able to get with you to help you with your assignment. Good luck. You got this. We are diving right into fractions, whether you are in 4th grade or 5th grade, 4th graders or NCCU. Those of you who are now 5th graders, we didn't have a lot of time with fractions, so I figure it's a good place to start. And 4th graders, why not? Because I think you're up to the challenge. Have a good night.